Your appalling jokes is not going to shift my inspirational
Is it
creativity.
not?
No, no.
Man. So, Marilyn, you were next in our procession of fresh-faced 18, 19-year-old you. Given the way, okay, if we can remember being that age, but given the way we are at that age, what could we really say that would make the difference?
Well, I'm from the analog age like you, Jonathan. And so I would guess, as an 18-year-old or 20-year-old, my grandparents died when I was much younger. But, it was interesting. Both my grandmothers came to me before they passed to say goodbye. So in spirit. So I don't really didn't have a fear of death. I never did. I remember going to the funerals and just saying, there is such a better place and they're happier over there. And my relatives would say, that's appalling. How could you say such a thing? That's so nasty that you would think that. And I'm, that's just, okay, that's how you believe. That's how I believe. So as an 18-year-old, I guess I've never really had a fear of death. And as far as, growing up, I was the oldest of four. So when my mother got sick when she was 40, she had breast cancer. I was now the co-parent, I call it, the co-parent, without any authority. So anyway, I guess I kind of grew up kind of fast in the responsibility. I understood the responsibility. I also understood, I needed to be, like as Henry would say, financially responsible for myself, and that I learned.
So basically,
for an 18-year-old to tell an 18 or 25-year-old now would be like, I don't know how you would really talk to them other than just, we have to educate them, right?
Yes,
because but they're not in the headspace that we were, in the analog age, right?
Do you think the analog age was better? What do we think about that in the room?
I don't think it was better. It was just different. Well, in many ways, I'll take that back. In many ways, it was better because I think things were more real. But now, if I were 18 and I have two granddaughters that are 25 and 20 going on, or 24 and 20 going on close to their next birthdays, I think they're, I don't know what it is. Can't quite put my finger on it, but they don't have as much of a sense of seriousness, or I don't know, maybe personal responsibility or that connection. So when I talk to them about, my passing, I try not to be, too serious about it. And basically I just say something like, well, when I'm gone, this is what I'm trying to do for you so that you don't have to suffer as much, and worry as much, as I did and am, and, make it sound like it's a real situation and it's something that we work on. And, because it takes time, you can't just, all of a sudden prepare for everything. I've already learned something today from Maria about, even though I've thought a lot about death and dying, I didn't think about the digital accounts that you're supposed to clear off until you said something about that, and I realized the implications. But I've seen my son has a couple of friends who passed away by accident, and they were on Facebook, and their accounts are still there, and it's kind of creepy, sometimes when I come across them, and it's like, oh my gosh, they haven't taken that down yet. So,
well,
but I can understand. Yeah, but I can understand, but why that would be important. particularly because, you know, scamming seems to be such a popular thing to do these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's tough. I think it's tough. It really, even the older people, even people my age, have a tough time talking about death.